Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for October the 2nd through October the 8th. This is a general reading, and if you would like a more personalized reading, you may find that information below in the description box where it says show more. You can press that and that will come up. Also, this is a sun, moon and rising reading you can use this for, so there will be other links in the description box below to the other videos if you want to check out your moon and rising if you know it. I want to thank everyone for all the love last week. It was wonderful. Thank you for all the subscribers. I made over 1K. It's major for me. Thank you. And all the people who requested readings, thank you so much. I appreciate and I love you all. And without further ado, also, normally I do a card for each day, but it's funny, 8 cards have fallen out for the last couple of readings and 8 cards came out for you, and I've been directed to do a general fluid reading. It's not about the energy of each day, it's about the energy of the week and things to look through, because these readings are less time constraint. Then, you know, we can't, it's more about the energy throughout the week, so it's more fluid. So you're going to get these messages for you throughout the week. So the first card that came up for you guys was the Knave of Swords, right? And the knaves are like the pages basically, and they, or you know, the princess, these are like the messengers of the deck. Now the swords is about the intellect realm. It's about, you know, this is about a message that you could get. Excuse me, it's I'm sorry, I'm for some reason I'm losing my voice, so some water. So the Knave of Swords is about getting a message. Now this could be an opportunity, but what I'm getting actually is this is somebody's going to say something to you that may not feel great. It's the truth coming out in a situation. Somebody might tell you how they feel about you and that you've hurt them, and you're like, what? You know, because you're completely unaware. This is it, or you know, somebody may criticize you in a way. Now, when this card comes up, it's saying be open to that message, because it's something that you need to hear, and maybe it's a personal growth thing for you. It's just the way this could be delivered. Look, this information is hard for you to hear. Let me put it that way, Sagittarius. It's not an easy message to hear. It's not feel-good information. However, it is information that you need in order to grow. It's that kind of information that gives you self-awareness, that makes you look at yourself and think, wow, I need to change that. It's that kind of, so if you look upon it as an opportunity to change and to get some personal growth and some awareness of perhaps your behavior or how you communicate. This is usually about communication. Maybe the way you communicate hurts other people, you know, and you don't intend to, but that's what's happening. So sometimes, Sagittarius, that's what this means. So listen, it's all about not shooting the messenger. So it's hearing the information and just not reacting. So it's saying don't shoot the messenger, right? It's like hearing this information and go, oh, and sometimes it's like, whoa, okay, and maybe you need to retreat. Don't engage or get combative when this information comes up. So remember that you've received this card, and remember that you should be open to all information, even if it doesn't feel good or doesn't sound right. Retreat, contemplate the information, contemplate whether this feels true to you, or, you know, is it something you have to look at? It's really about looking at yourself in the reflection of this information that comes to you. So don't react to it. Retreat and contemplate and go over this information, because I think it'll be helpful. And then we have the World. Look at that. Now she's about to give birth, right? She's about to just start this. This is like something's come to a completion, right? You've got all this life experience, you know. Sometimes it does. Look, they say that this card represents a pregnant woman because guess what? When she gives birth, her whole life changes. You know, this is about major change, right? Now, you can choose to, this is, when the World comes up, it's saying you can choose to continue on the trajectory that you're on and do your whole life in the same way you've done it and just keep going. Or when this card comes up, it's saying that you have a perfect opportunity right now, that this universe will completely support you if you want to make a drastic change. Like if you want to, like, I'm not saying like quit your job and just go for your, you know, life purpose. That would be irresponsible. But start a business on the side, create something, you know, do something that, take a course, do something that's going to change the way you've been living, because this is a wonderful opportunity. The universe is going to support you. This is like, now is the time to change. Listen, we are in the #1 year in numerology. You know, it's the 10 energy, but 1 and 0 is 1. It's new beginnings. We've completed everything. This is saying this is the year for us to make those changes. And, you know, if we're not following our life path and we're really unhappy in what we're doing, that's going to get taken away from us anyway. So isn't it important to be the champion for change instead of a victim of change? There's change afoot. You can choose to go into a totally different direction, and the universe will support you, Sagittarius. And then we have Temperance. So when this card comes up, it's saying, listen, this is your mantra. Everything in moderation. This week, everything in moderation, right? We have this full moon in Aries coming up, and we've got 7 planets in cardinal signs. This is powerful. We've got Venus and Mars meeting several times this month. This is creative, manifesting power. There's so much energy swirling around this. So this really is a good time for you to make those changes. Manifest them. This is almost instant manifestation, or as instant as we can get in a 3-dimensional realm. So this is everything in moderation. Don't overdo anything. Don't overeat, don't overdrink, don't watch too much television, don't gamble, don't do anything too much. It's like, that's your mantra for this week, Sagittarius. Everything in moderation. That's a gentle warning. Then we've got the King of Pentacles, right? This is a very busy manifesting card, right? This is major. He loves his luxuries, the king does. You know, he loves to be surrounded in luxury and beauty, but he's always busy. He's always creating something. He's got his hands in the soil. This is a perfect time. I think the new moon happens on, the full moon, I mean, happens on Thursday. This is a perfect time to write down your intentions and see a real positive future. This is manifesting energy, guys. Take advantage of it. And look, we have the Sun card. The sun's going to shine on you, Sagittarius. Really, this is a beautiful, beautiful energy. And we have the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords, he is a champion for justice. He's one of those, I always feel like he's, well, him and the Knight of Swords are like the Justice card. He is a brilliant, intelligent, this is intellect. This is, you know, the intellect realm. This is about, you know, cerebral. This is about information too. So when the King of Swords comes in, sometimes, look, he can judge someone really quickly, but this, to me, look, every decision that you make, you should always think of the karmic value of that decision. Is it for the higher good of everyone or just for you? Don't make it be about just for you, Sagittarius. We're coming into this era where we have to consider the higher good of everyone. It's not a selfish era. It's about us, not me. It's about us. What's the best for us all, right? So he's an incredible leader. He's intelligent. I'm sorry, my nose itches when I do these readings, so excuse me scratching that itch. This can also be about, I'm getting ideas. Some brilliant idea can come up, or an opportunity is going to come up in leadership. Maybe it's a job opportunity. Maybe it's a promotion, Sagittarius. Maybe it's a business opportunity. I see that for you this week because, you know, the world, you've got the king, you've got two kings, right? Two leaders. You've got the sun shining on you. I feel that you're going to get this amazing opportunity. This is like the world. You're going to get this opportunity to start something in a different direction, an incredible new way. Just remember of the karmic value of any kind of decision that you make this week. And remember everything in moderation. So even if you're really elated about this opportunity, don't overdo it and celebrate too much. You know, don't overdrink this week. And what's really interesting, right? This came up for somebody last week, or maybe it was a personal reading. I'm kind of getting everything mixed up. But this is interesting because underneath this is the sword, the Seven of Swords, right? And this is really about the energy of this new moon, right? A full moon. I'm sorry, I keep saying new moon, but it's a full moon in Aries. This is going to shine a light on kind of secrets. Things are going to come up, right? What's interesting is, right, you've got the Seven of Swords and you've got all this underneath. So it's like things are going to come out. The truth is going to come out. You're going to see something, right? It's going to shed, the moon is going to shed a light on something, and you're going to see a truth in the situation. What you have to remember is that you don't have to be bogged down by that truth. You can, look, I always say when something's been in the dark and it's brought out into the light, when you bring it out into the light, it can shrivel and die, you know, it can go, it loses its power. Because when it's pushed down, right, when you're pushing things down and suppressing things, right, or repressing things, right, when you're doing that, it kind of grows in the dark, right? It festers and grows in the dark. Now, the wonderful thing is that on top of this is the magician. And the magician comes up and is reminding you that you have everything. You have all the tools. You are the creator of your life. You have the power to create any life that you desire and go in any direction. So if things come up, let them come up. Deal with them. Move through them. And what 7 to me represents, it's an introspective number, right? 7 is a spiritual number. Go inside, connect with source energy. Because when you connect with source energy, you're in creativity, and all the answers are within, right? So you will be able to deal with, this is telling you can deal with whatever comes up for you. Don't be afraid and don't suppress it. Allow it to come up into the light, you know, because the magician can make it disappear. And the magician can create anything, right? That's what the magician does. Poof, it's gone. So don't be afraid of facing your fears or facing any secrets that you've kept. It's time to release them. It's time for them to come up, because you know they're blockages, right? They're down there in the dark, festering, and growing. They're gaining power. When you bring them out into the light, they lose their power. They don't have any power over you anymore, Sagittarius. And you're the magician. You can make that go, pff, gone. It's never as big as we think it is. It's never as dark and as awful as we think it is. And, you know, listen, sometimes it's difficult to deal with things that have been suppressed and pushed down. But when they do come out and we deal with them, it's like, what a relief. Now we can move on. And, you know, move forward, because this is like this is action. These cardinal signs, they're about starting something new. It's about that spark of creativity and energy. And it's about taking action and moving forward and manifesting your dreams and the life that you've always wanted. This is a wonderful, powerful manifesting time. Don't forget that. Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all, and I'll see you next week.
For a personal reading, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.